Hello everybody, this is Chichihiro and welcome back to my playthrough of 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. Guys, this is an exciting episode because um this is technically going to be the start of my quote-unquote second playthrough of the game. That's right, we finished one of the routes in the previous episode and we're now ready to jump into the other paths that we didn't take. Um, we're gonna see what awaits us behind the closed doors that we never took, and the choices that we never made, and we'll see what lies at the very end. So let me show you. Here's the flow screen, right? And this is everything on my first playthrough. This is the route that I took, and I got to the Zero Lost ending, which left me with more questions than answers, if I had to describe it in a way. I mean, we still got a lot of questions answered, I suppose, but there are still some that are weighing heavy on my mind. Like, okay, we know now that our buddy here, Ace, he was involved in previous Nonary game in which Snake took place. So, for some reason, Zero wants some kind of revenge or retribution for that, and that got me wondering what went down there. Who's Zero? What's his connection or their connection? I know that they've been using he/him for Zero, but I guess we technically still don't know their identity. So yeah. So I'm wondering exactly what went down that has made them put someone like Ace in this place. And secondly, what do the rest of us have to do with that? And, or should I say, why are we here? You know? That's also something that we never got to know because, as far as we know, we have our memories intact. Well, all of us except Seven, apparently. And we don't think we have any relation with anything that happened in the past, really. So I'm also curious to know what's going on there. So, I've rambled on for long enough. What do you say we jump right into this game and choose the 4 door? Because in the previous path, we went down this route. And now it's up to this one. One more thing before I continue. Someone in the comments, it's a friend of mine. Shout out to them, by the way, for supporting the series. I was told that if I go to the novel screen, I get to see like some of the dialogue that Junpei says to himself is kind of like written differently in this screen. So, and they encouraged me to give it a try, just see if I like it. Really like look at the differences, maybe small differences in how the game is written. I suppose I don't think I missed much in the previous playthrough by going with the text boxes, but it still intrigues me. So, since this is our second playthrough, I thought this is as good a time as any to check this out. So, for this section of the game, at least, I'm gonna see if I like the novel screen. I'm gonna see what's up. I'm aware that it doesn't look maybe the best in this kind of game, like in the DS version, you could choose which screen the sprites and the dialogue were on, and that kind of made it better. But we're playing on the PC version, we're playing on the Steam version, and that means only one screen. So it's gonna cover up some of the sprites and the drawings here, I suppose, but who knows, maybe we'll still have the chance to get some cool illustrations. So, once more, I have rambled on for long enough. That's the second time I say that now. Let's jump right into the game for real now. Okay.
Then what should we do?
We should talk it through.
Oh my god, enough! All we're doing is talking!
Right, so this is all dialogue right now. I can see the character's name. They just say their voice lines. That's normal. Now this is interesting. Santa threw up his hands, his voice filled with irritation. Okay, so right at the gate, I think that's a typo right there. Okay, fine. Okay. With dialogue heavy games, that's something that's gonna happen sometimes. Um, just curiosity. Let me go back for a second.
Talking won't solve anything! It can't help us find our way out of here!
So that's a line of dialogue that wasn't there. Interesting. The one about throwing his arms up in the air. That's interesting. Yeah, definitely for this place. Look, the previous text is kind of erased now, which is interesting. Yeah, let's give this screen a try. Let's see if I like it.
You really sure you want to just sit around? We've only got 7.5 hours left. We already wasted an hour and a half of our 9 hours.
Everyone there was already on the edge of panic. What Santa told them only made that feeling more intense. Oh boy, this is gonna be more dialogue for me to read, which is gonna trip me up sometimes. I apologize in advance. No one was willing to argue this time.
You're right.
Very well then. There's only one way for us to proceed.
Okay, so the screen also changes depending on who's talking. Well, no, it wasn't like that before. We'll see.
Sure not gonna be fun running around knowing we gotta jump when Zero says jump.
Well, it's stupid to just sit around here doing nothing.
Yeah, I remember all of this dialogue from our previous playthrough. There's gonna be like small sections where the dialogue is gonna be repeated, but it doesn't matter because we're gonna go straight into the new choice. So,
Thanks to Snake's card, at least we have some idea of how this all works.
right, we're at the point. It's been a short amount of time since we've first met each other. The 9th man has already died. So that's interesting because there's nothing that we can do about that event happening. And now it's a time to choose which door.
Correct. And so long as we all follow the rules, we will most likely be all right.
But
But what?
who's going to go in which door?
Right. June looked toward the numbered doors.
Oh yeah, that's right. We can't have any more than 5 people in one door. All 8 of us can't go in the same door.
Then it would seem we will have to split up.
Wait,
Lotus looked terrified.
I'm telling you now, there is no way in hell that I'm going into door 5.
Come on now, don't be selfish.
Call me whatever the hell you want. I'm not going in there. If I'm going to have to walk through all that blood, then I'd rather stay here.
And we were doing so well.
Ace shook his head sadly.
Sorry, but I ain't going in there either. Someone else can go into door 5.
Right, these were the original. These people said this in the first playthrough. I haven't affected anything yet. I wonder what the groups are gonna be like now. I don't exactly remember who was going into which door and how that changed the group configurations. We'll see.
Oh, Santa, not you too.
Because it's interesting that in this new timeline, I'm gonna get to know some characters way sooner than I know them in others. So,
Hey man, I just bought these shoes.
right, it did say that.
If you think I'm getting some creepy dude's blood all over him, you got another thing coming.
See, but now this line is kind of interesting, recontextualize. Now we know Santa comes from a background of poverty, having to raise his sister on his own after his parents died. And he talked about how he'd save up everything he had just to buy her gifts for Christmas and stuff. And this kind of sheds a new light onto his attitude regarding the shoes he's wearing and stuff, like material possessions. That's interesting. That's I wonder how much more dialogue it's gonna be recontextualized knowing what we know now, which is quite a fair bit. Especially with certain characters, like I'm looking at these two guys on the screen right now, and we also know much more about Lotus, about her background as a cybersecurity computer scientists, I guess. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see. That was the last
What
straw.
the hell, man? Weren't you the one who kept saying we should get going?
Right.
Yeah, so?
So Junpei is very mad at this part.
Doesn't mean I wanted to go into door 5.
Oh, God.
There was an awkward silence. Finally, Seven spoke.
Fine, I'll go into door 5.
Mm-hmm.
I can't go in there alone, though. Anyone else willing to come with me?
There was another long silence. This time, Snake was the one to break it. Right, so the first people to go through this door, wasn't it? I believe it was Seven, Snake, Ace, and Clover. Because that would give the digital root of 5. And during my first playthrough, I went in instead of Clover and Ace. They went the other way. So suppose now we're going with June, Santa, and Lotus, and oh boy, I'm missing people. Am I missing someone? I don't think so.
I'll go.
What?
Don't worry. You'll be fine. We may part now, but I'm certain we'll meet again later.
How do you know that?
Because I do.
Do they part? I don't think so. I think the original groups require them to go together.
That's not an answer. If you're going, I'm going too. I'm going into door 5.
What am I going to do with you?
Oh, they're so sweet right now. I'm so sad over the ending of the previous playthrough, and I wonder if it's gonna be possible at all to save their lives. Okay, I've been thinking about this. One, is it gonna be possible to save them? And two, is it gonna be possible at all to maybe we do things a certain way? It's not gonna be possible for or maybe Ace doesn't have to like go down the, you know, take the choices that he did. Like, okay, in his past, he's still involved in something really shady. And I don't know exactly the nature of everything that went down in the past, but it certainly doesn't look like somebody who organized or helped organize a Nonary game would be a good person. However, what if our choices here make it so that he's not, he doesn't see himself cornered? That's not the word really, because he did act of his own volition, but what if he doesn't kill Guy X, whoever that was? By the way, that also was an answer. And he doesn't have to kill that guy, and he doesn't have to kill Clover. Can we avoid that? Can we prevent that? Not because I want to. Okay, definitely. I want to save Clover. I want to save everybody. I'm also interested to see if it's possible to even redeem someone like Ace. You know, like, if he doesn't have to take the choices that he does. Maybe I'm rambling here. I don't know. That's just what I was thinking. I don't know if redemption is going to be possible for him. I'm not even sure I want it. I think he works fine as a villain. Just curious, you know? I want to see what this game has in store. Okay, so let's go back to the game.
There's nothing you have to do.
Ace, step forward.
If I join you, the problem is solved, correct?
Mm-hmm.
7 is 7, and Snake is 2. And if you add Clover's 4 and my 1, the digital root will be 5.
I'm not sure how comfortable I feel with Ace going with Clover and Snake so early on. 7's here though, so hey, big guy, keep them in check, all right?
7 plus 2 plus 4 plus 1 is 14.
And by the way, the fact that Ace is going straight into door 5 right now, that gives him a chance to grab the 9 bracelet right now. I don't know if that changes anything because the when he grabs it on the second route, in the first route that we've played, it doesn't really matter because he just goes back and he has it when it's relevant to the plot. I don't know if changing the timing of when he acquires it is gonna change anything or not, but that'll be interesting to see.
The digital root of 14. 1 plus 4 is 5.
Oh, it works perfectly.
Oh, that's a cute sprite. Look at her jump.
The 4 of us can go into door 5.
I definitely saw that sprite the first time around, but now I'm looking at it now again.
Wait, what about the other 4? What's their digital route gonna be?
Junpei did a quick mental calculation. See, he's faster than me. I would have pulled out the calculator. However, we already know.
Lotus, Santa, June, and me. Our bracelet numbers are 8, 3, 6, and 5. 8, 3, 6, 5. What would our digital route be?
It's oh look, the choice is grayed out because I have chosen it before, but I mean it's the right answer, so let's just pick it. No reason to. I mean, I guess I could see some funny dialogue. I guess my friend has told me there's some funny dialogue I've missed. You know, stuff like if you click like 5 times on an item, like you get some extra dialogue or something. By the way, I'll give my thoughts on that later if we ever get something along those lines. Should I? Okay, sure. Let's go for it. They're gonna call me stupid.
2. It'd be 2. That means there's no way we can pass through door 4.
Oh goodness. He's like, something's not right.
Wait, hold on a second. Something's off.
Junpei ran the numbers
8
again.
plus 3 plus 6 plus 5 is 22. So,
Okay.
digital root of 22, 2 plus 2 equals 4.
Right, so it doesn't matter. He gets to the right answer before voicing his thoughts. That spares me the embarrassment, honestly. So, he repeated what he determined.
It's 4. Add up our 4 bracelet numbers and the digital root is 4.
Sure.
Then we can go into door 4.
Yeah. Huh. That worked out well.
So the team assignments will be like this. 7, Snake, Clover, and Ace. They would go through door 5. Lotus, Santa, June, and me will go through door 4.
Okay. And look, in this playthrough, we're gonna get to spend more time with June right off the bat. So maybe we'll get some more insights into her sickness and stuff. That was like a plot line that I felt was definitely brought up in the previous route, but it wasn't like something that I had the chance to witness on too many occasions, right? She kind of fainted, got dizzy right after the 9th man was killed, and I thought, oh, maybe she's just like in shock over this. And then way down the line, when we went into the engine room with Santa and Ace, that's when we saw her like get dizzy again, and I was like, oh, okay, so this is a thing. Kind of caught me off guard just because we didn't get many chances of spending time with June, but now I'm curious to see how this is set up and if it's developed and stuff. Also, her character. We don't know much about her other than what her backstory, having known Junpei from when they were kids and stuff. But who is she, like, as a person, you know? We'll see.
Are these really the teams I want? Beyond door 5 is what remains of the 9th man. I never want to see that thing again, but something's telling me that it'd be a good idea to examine the corpse, even just a little closer.
This is another interesting thing because I went through door 5 the first time, I was able to see, there's his glasses and his bracelet and stuff. And well, I guess you don't really and then much later when you go back to the first class cabin, that's when you go out and you notice, oh wait, bracelet's missing. And I was able to realize that on my own, and Junpei was able to realize that as a character. Whereas if it wasn't brought up to my attention before, I might have just said maybe the bracelet has been collected by Zero or something. I don't know. I probably wouldn't have even noticed. So I wonder if that's even like, like you would have one less clue to point you toward Ace being the culprit behind the terrible, terrible murders on the ship. But you know, something to think about.
Of course, if I went through door 5, I wouldn't be going with Lotus and Santa. I could bring June with me through door 5, but that means she'd have to see the body in there. I don't want to put her through that.
Yeah, June doesn't get to go through door 5 at all. These are the teams. Junpei was
Should
torn.
I stay silent and go through door 4? Or should I stop them and insist on door 5?
As he turned his options over and over in his mind, Ace spoke up.
All right then.
The lack of commas in some sentences is tripping me. There should have definitely been a comma there. So, anyway.
It seems we've reached a conclusion. Shall we go?
He began to walk toward door 5.
I'm going through door 5.
Clover and Snake followed, with 7 a short distance behind.
We're over there too, right, Snake?
The door's not going anywhere. Slow down.
Which door?
We decided the door 4 would be fine. Look, it's grayed out because we've already chosen that. Door 4 is fine for now. Decided the door 4 would be fine.
I'll go through door 4 with Lotus, Santa, and June. There's nothing to worry about. I just need to stay by her side.
Okay. Oh, that's sweet. June. Akane Kurashiki.
This should be fine. It's no problem this way. I should see the other 4 off.
I hope I'm pronouncing that right, by the way. He made no shows of affection, but Junpei saw her as something more than just a friend from his childhood. Okay, not gonna change screens right now because the dialogues might just progress on its own. But I wonder now, is this like the kind of novel exclusive narration I was missing on? Okay, so Junpei saw her as something more than just a friend from his childhood. So does he also have a little crush?
Looks like Ace and the others are going.
He watched the other 4 walk toward the door. Ace, Snake, Clover, and 7. Junpei said nothing as they left. Before long, they had reached door 5. They talked to one another for a few seconds, saying things Junpei couldn't hear, and then laid their hands one by one on the scanner panel of the red. There they go.
Now then.
Ace grabbed the lever, his face tight with determination. He turned over his shoulder to look at Junpei and his companions.
Goodbye.
Be careful.
There we go. As Ace pulled the lever, the door swung open. The mouth of a great hungry beast.
So horrible.
Beyond the door, Junpei knew lay the sad remains of the 9th man. It did not surprise him that Ace, Clover, and 7 hesitated. The body was not a pleasant thing.
What are you doing? We need to hurry.
Snake had no such problems, as his blindness made him immune to the horror. He stepped through the door, his feet making a wet splack in the pool of blood.
Snake, your shoes.
It's fine. Hurry! Or are you planning on dying with everyone else? I assume you haven't forgotten the door only remains open for 9 seconds, have you?
Right, come on, guys.
Sorry, Snake.
Let's go.
3 remaining steeled themselves and stepped through the door. Door 5 swung shut, closing with a heavy finality of metal upon metal. By the way, I was also told by this friend, if I'd been in novel mode when I first gone through that door, the description of the remains of the ninth man, very graphic, quite graphic. I'm kind of happy I didn't because I'm kind of, I'm not good with these things. I'm not good with gore and violence and stuff. I mean, obviously some violence, like, sure, like murder and stuff, like, that's fine. But when they go into depths, like, I don't know into how much depth it goes, but it would have probably upset me. Whatever. Maybe I'll do it on my own time at some point, just because I'm curious. Or maybe I'll just look it up. Yeah. Junpei and his companions scrambled to the door.
Hey! How is it over there? Did you find anything? Please say something, will you?
They're scanning their bracelets as we speak.
Something's beeping.
It's just like before.
Yeah, but they're gonna stop it.
Probably the sound of the detonator on the bracelet.
Do you think they're okay?
June's face showed her concern more plainly than her words ever could. Almost as though in response to her question, a voice rang out from the other side of the door. It was Seven.
Hey, there it is! That's gotta be that dead thing! Come on, get over here! We gotta authenticate!
The beeping stopped.
Sighs of relief were audible even through the heavy door.
Looks like it stopped.
Junpei and his companions leaned away from the door and breathed a collective sigh of relief on Farrell.
Hey, guys! Are you doing alright over there?
They'd heard Seven's voice, but it wouldn't hurt to be sure.
Yes, we're fine.
Despite the recent danger, Clover's voice was as bubbly as ever.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you about this whole dead thing, okay?
Sure.
Dead is just like the red, but the color's different.
It's not red, it's blue.
You know how the red was red? Well, the dead is blue.
There we go.
Other than that, it's just like the red. Authenticating is the same too.
Awesome! Thanks. That helps a lot.
Yeah.
Well, we should probably move on now. You be careful out there.
Roger that.
All right, Ace. Let's see what he's up to. Junpei and the others left door 5 and headed toward door 4.
Now it's our turn. I'll go first.
Stood in front of the red and placed each of their hands upon it. 4 asterisks appeared on the screen. Junpei grabbed the lever and turned around.
Okay, we ready?
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's go.
None of them looked particularly optimistic, but their faces were set. Junpei nodded to them and turned back toward the red.
All right, let's go.
Strength and determination, he pulled the lever.
Run!
4 of them leapt through the door together. The moment they had passed through it, each heard a cold electronic sound coming from the left wrist.
Oh, damn.
In the center of each bracelet, a red skull appeared and began to flash. Isn't it more pink? Whatever.
It's counting down.
The detonator's countdown had begun. In the long moment that each of them spent staring at their wrists, doors are closing. The numbered door behind them closed, the sound of metal on metal reverberating down the hallway.
We can't go back!
We need to hurry and find the device.
Right, we knew this would happen. Calm down.
Hey! Where the hell is the dead?
How would I know?
Don't give me that crap! Start looking!
All
I
right.
already am.
They began to run, eyes looking frantically for the device that was the key to their salvation. The hallway they found themselves running down was a long one, easily 300 feet in length. How much is that in normal units? uh, on the right side of it stood a series of wooden doors, all nearly identical. If they had taken time to think, they would likely have discerned the doors lead to cabins.
Don't tell me the dead is in one of those rooms.
Or led to cabins, if it's all narrated in past tense, you know.
Oh no! How many rooms do you think there are?
Junpei was too frightened to count properly, but at his best guess, there were 7 or 8 of them.
Ah, fuck! We don't have time to count.
Alright. Junpei ran to the nearest
We
door.
just need to open them all.
He grabbed the knob and shook it hard.
It won't open.
Okay, move on to the next. It didn't feel locked, more like someone had hammered an iron plate over on the other side of the door. Junpei turned around to find another door, and saw that his companions had already run to doors of their own. They did not seem to be having any more success than he had. Their own words confirmed his fears.
Shit, this one's no good.
Same here.
Alright, see, this is different from the previous one, because first route, we went down door 5, we found the dead, easy, done, not difficult at all. This, we obviously weren't there to listen in on what was happening beyond the door, because we'd gone in first, and this is scary. This is frightening. Like, if this is your first experience going through one of these doors, you have 81 seconds to find the thing. Goodness.
It's not moving!
June was the last to speak up. As Junpei looked in her direction, his eye caught something he hadn't noticed before. A small red blinking light.
There it is! At the end of the hallway. Run!
Alright. Even as he yelled, he ran. He grabbed Santa, Lotus, and June and pulled them toward the light. Santa called out to them as he ran.
Hey, how many more seconds do we have?
How would I know?
Our time limit is 81 seconds!
Yeah, but we don't have the countdown, right?
I know that, goddammit!
We just keep track of that, and we haven't, so...
I'm asking you how many seconds we have left!
In all likelihood, Junpei figured, nearly a minute had already passed since the door had closed behind them. If that was true, urgency foremost in all their minds, they arrived at the end of the hallway. So that's 81 seconds, that's a minute and 21 seconds, right? Jeez. The dead saw it on the left wall, blinking almost tauntingly at them.
Hurry! It's the dead! Get over here!
Junpei grabbed hold of the machine, his hands slick with sweat and shaking. Slammed his hand against the scanner
Come
panel.
on, everyone!
The other 3 quickly followed suit. There we go. With a grunt, Santa yanked the lever downward. Okay, guys? Alright, catch your breaths. I'm so glad that nobody tripped or something.
It looks like it stopped.
His hands beginning to steady, Junpei wiped away some of the sweat that had beaded on his forehead. As they caught their breath, 4 companions began to look around.
There's another door at the end of the hallway.
That's the one we're going through, right? All the other ones seem to be locked. Could see a heavy-looking set of double doors. Set into the walls of the hallway on either side of the larger door were 2 smaller ones.
Let's try this one first. And of course it won't open.
How many times had he come across similar doors with similar results, he wondered. Or perhaps, he corrected himself, more like a lack of results. Whatever the reason, the door remained firm and unyielding, and refused to allow Junpei or anyone else passage.
A keyhole.
Ah, interesting. That's that's the Mars symbol. And we never did find that in our previous playthrough. I mean, the people who went through this door would have noticed, but we never did find the key for that, right? Huh. So this door isn't gonna be the one that we're going through. Above the keyhole was a small symbol engraved in the brass.
What's this mark? Male?
Yes, it's the male symbol, but it's the Mars symbol, Roman god of war. Venus was the Roman goddess of beauty and fertility and stuff. Aphrodite and Ares, respectively, and their symbols come to be related to femininity and masculinity. Um, he wasn't quite sure what to make of it and stared at it for a moment in confusion. It was June that corrected him.
No, not exactly. That's probably the symbol of Mars.
We did find the Venus symbol beyond the other door, so that's interesting.
Well, technically, they are the same symbol.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw a number of similar symbols near the main stairway.
True.
The symbols of the solar system.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about earlier. Well, not in this playthrough, but I remember.
Oh, that's right. The sun, Saturn.
And we also never went through the sun door, did we? I don't think we did. This was the elevator that took us to E deck. We went through the Venus gate, of course. We went through the Mercury door, I believe. That was like a card. And the Jupiter door as well. That was the door that brought us back here from the hospital. So I think, and we also had the Earth key. So I think those doors are the ones that we actually opened, and we never opened the Sun door unless I'm misremembering. And we also never opened. I didn't even know about the existence of the Mars door. So that's interesting.
And Earth.
At least that's what I'm assuming.
So this isn't the man symbol. It's a symbol for Mars?
I think so, yes.
I see. Wait, where's Santa?
He just collapsed. While Junpei and June talked, Santa had disappeared. Oh no. Well, I guess he's found the door. They turned to find some distance down the hallway. He'd gone to check the other doors. Eventually, he reached the last of them and jogged back. Took him only a moment to catch his breath again.
Yeah, so I looked the place over. Here's the deal. None of the other doors open.
Okay.
Then that must mean...
We only have 2 more doors.
Right. Lotus examined the doors on either side of the larger double door. Each one had a metal plate attached to it.
maybe it's the room number.
The door on the left has a B92, and the one on the right says B93. All right, let's open them. I'll open B92.
Okay, I'll get B93 then.
Junpei put his hand on the doorknob, and Santa moved to the other door. They'd made it through the numbered door alive. There was nothing more to be afraid of. Junpei and Santa looked at each other and nodded.
1, 2, 3!
In unison, they pushed against their respective doors. Oh, and promptly found themselves in a new room. June followed Junpei as he threw open his door. They turned around and saw that the door on the other side was open as well. Oh, interesting. So we have 2 doors here. Through the door was another person, his mouth agape. It was Santa.
Hey, it opened.
Yeah, it did.
Okay. Junpei and Santa looked at each other.
I didn't expect that.
It was so easy.
Lotus's calm voice broke into their thoughts.
Maybe this is all part of Zero's plan. I can't say I enjoy being treated like someone's puppet.
To split us up now? As she headed for room 93, Lotus continued.
Well, now we have these 2 rooms. I'm sure there's something in there that will help us get out of here. Let's find it. Santa and I will search this room. You 2 take the other one.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so here we go. Seek a way out. Room 92. Interesting. And we get to explore this with June, so hopefully more dialogue coming from her. That's exciting. That's exactly what I wanted. And on the other side, Lotus and Santa. They're taking care of 93. So, let's see. Very well then. Okay. This is good. This is looking very good. I'm very excited to see what happens. But unfortunately, this episode's long enough as it is, and it's about time to stop playing here. So, guys, thank you so much for watching this episode with me. The beginning of our new exciting route. I'm so thrilled. Please don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're enjoying the series and would like to continue supporting the channel and myself. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye for now.